ULTI.TV.
Get this Frisbee home! Good try, Joel. Joel! Up and down, Tilly. Keep going, buddy. Make it work. Make it work. Go. Work it in. Work it in. Owen, talk to him, Owen.
That side, Tubbs. Shepherd put the back there towards Reed.
Go and clear the back of the stack there, Chris. Can't laugh.
That's a great putt.
Yeah. Nice sucking dick. Let's go. Let's go.
That's it, Joel. On his hip. On his hip. Yeah, Dad. Go, Joel. Joel, tight, tight, Joel. Joel,
No shot, no shot. Left to the face.
Sweden.
You good, Macca? You good? You good? Go, go, go! Dan's under, Dan's under! Tight, Dan! Get his left, Dan! Come on, Dan, now! Tight, Macca! On his hip! Line, Macca! Line, Macca! Back, Dan! Nice, boys! I don't know what that was.
Big dog.
Put on the ground, Dan. Come on, Jay, boys!
That's a good one.
Chase, Chilly. Willie. Come on, Willie, go. Go, Willie, go. Big turn. Chilly on him. Chilly, go. Willie under. Keep going, Willie. Come on, sit down with him. Chilly on his hip.
behind. Grab, gets up in front of the bigger Swede, comes down to this. Tiptoeing, walks his way right in the
Probably raining too, yeah? Oh, it's raining. Real bad blood's real fucking cranky.
Let's use that, Dingos!
Here we go. Dingos put the pull up, starts second half. Joel Pillar puts it up for the D-line. We're joined here with Tom Tullett, as you would see him on the AFTA, otherwise known as Cupcake from the Mondays. How are you there, Cupcake?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. You guys had excellent touch there by Denyer.
Paul Denyer there with the D after a deep pull by Joel Pillar. It was a nice one.
Like it's going back. You guys had a huge win yesterday that ULTI.TV was able to catch. Tell us a bit about that game, Cupcake, as we get going.
The Germany game, was it?
Or the
Finland game, 17-1.
They really only got one little notch on you.
Yeah, that was a good one. We sort of came out hard, might have ruffled their feathers a little bit at the start, and I think they were struggling a little bit with the heat. We sort of drained them towards the end, so
they
just able
seemed
to
to
run
struggle
over the
with
top of
just
them.
about everything. And by the end of it, they couldn't
flick force, backhand force.
They were very flustered. Early going, a lot of great defense turned into some late game throwaways.
They did say we were very physical, but like in a good way though.
Good.
Just physical, athletic, that sort of play.
Well, we're hoping
what we're looking for.
We're hoping the Mondays keep that up and can continue those winning ways throughout. But for now, we'll switch our attention back.
That's for sure.
To the Dingos here against the Swedes.
It's a big mark by Denyer, forcing an inside-out break.
Gets
another inside-out break. They need to hold the force.
Number 7, beautiful pass.
Three inside-out breaks in a row.
Time, space, and a goal for the Swedes. Swedes strike first in the second half. 4 for Sweden, 9 Australia. Here we go. Dingos with their hands up ready to pull. We're just talking about the next Mondays game against GB. We had some GB commentary in the box yesterday, and a bit of smack talk. ULTI.TV certainly bigging up the Mondays, but
all about the smack
GB's
talk.
backing themselves.
Oh, good power play position there by Pete Gardner, working it off Tex, I believe it was.
Tats now centers to Sebo.
Across to Kenny. Kenny looking for a break down the line.
As is under with Gus. Gus wanted the immediate.
Gus looking to bounce it. Nice and disciplined. Kenny busts up the line. To Pete Gardner. Pick on the play, though.
Pick on the play.
Back to Gus, maybe coming in around stalling 5.
That's what he's looking for, though, right now. Get it back to center if he wasn't able to move it up line immediately.
Fairly standard dump set they're running. Very similar to the Colony pillage one.
That's right. A lot of these players come from that Colony team.
Kenny
Gets
with it on the far sideline.
Lots of room. Wanted to move to Seb right away, but now probably wise to center. To Seb again, though.
Seb working hard. He's looking good, hey?
Oh, great pickup. Not in by the... I think that's Matt Dow.
Matt Dow. Ant Dow.
That was Ant Dow. That was Ant Dow. Throws
Tats
the beauty hammer to Tats. We're going to have to watch that one over again. So score 10 Australia, 4 for Sweden. We got a hand, we got a disc.
Back in with the Dingos D-line. Looks like Woodley with a big pull.
Who else we got out there? Cupcake, run down that D-line.
We've got Spotty, the import from GB. Ice Dragon Mark Evans, young guy from Sydney. AJ coming in from Canberra. Tubby from Sydney as well. And Owen by the looks of things. I think I covered them all then.
Yeah, I think that's all 7 there, Cuppers.
Quite an experienced line, even though they're very young line as well.
And we're also just finding out that some of our first half audio didn't come through, so apologies for that, but hopefully the rest of the game is smooth sailing technically here, as it is for the Dingos thus far.
Fingers crossed. Let's hope they can stop these inside-out breaks that Sweden threw up last offensive
grab
point.
There by number 9 on the close line. Working hard, gets it back there to the close sideline.
Woodley with a bit of bump and grind on the mark.
Great bump and grind. Ooh, and just gets past
Forcing a
19.
nice-
19 might have thought that was intended for someone else.
Forcing a bit of a turnover there. Well done, Woodley, with a very aggressive mark.
Indeed.
Australia, I guess he's known for that, hey?
He's got a bit of a barrel chest that he doesn't mind using as part of that mark, does he?
Yeah, well, he slimmed down and bulked up all at the same time. I don't know how that
Slimmed
works.
down the midsection, bulked up the chest area.
He's looking very fine, I might say.
He's a fine-looking specimen.
Jono with a
And Owen jacks one. Jono's there. There's 2 Swedes in the neighborhood, but Jono's got the step.
AJ busting, Woodley on the
3
far
meters
side.
the
What's he
other
going
way.
to do? He's looking
He's
for
got
ICD
options.
in the corner.
Waiting patiently. Mark just arrives now.
Dumps it to
Wisely
Woodley. Woodley.
dumps, taking his time.
Woodley with a bit of
Aussies
end zone
setting
eyes.
up in
Still with
their
the end zone eyes. Owen's dump cut covered. Call on the play. I'm not sure what it was. I think there's a
Alright.
violation in the stack somewhere.
Away from the disc, certainly. Doesn't look like anything
Perhaps
on the disc.
perhaps a pick. Sweden looking to check the disc in very quickly. Keen to get this over and done with. And
no.
Tubby just with a
Tubbs through his hands.
clean drop,
Unlucky.
hey.
That's
Very
one of those ones that go through him very undingo-like.
yeah,
those
very
kind of-
uncharacteristic for the gentleman.
Those kind of drops, but they happen to the best of us.
Yeah, that's for sure. Sweden with another look upwind, I guess. I guess it's a slight upwind.
Yeah, it's just a little breeze here.
Wouldn't say
in
anything
Sakai.
pressing.
No, yesterday, late in the day, the wind did get up a bit more than this, but even then, it's been
Ooh,
reasonably good conditions
Big
for
huck,
ultimate.
lefty huck here from Sweden.
17 is going to get
And
there.
he's got there.
And he
Ooh,
thought
bit of
about
a
putting
travel.
up right away.
Jono
Gets
falls
the
over,
goal.
and it turns out to be quite an easy upwind point there for Sweden.
Easy
in the
upwind,
end.
one big one, and
guess-
they're, the Aussies still got this game, but the Swedes are making a bit of a match of it now at
A little bit of a
10-5.
match of it, that's for sure. Sweden with their hand up.
Here we are. We're on now, Cupcake. Sweden.
We're on now. I'm a bit early, a bit premature.
That's not the first time, I wouldn't imagine.
No, of course not.
Disc
it's
sails
a
out. We're going to see a brick. Build a
by
house.
Tim Lavis. Or was it just slid out? He's clapped now. It's a brick. Bringing it slowly up to the brick line, brick mark. Dingo's offense. This is the first time I've actually seen the Dingo's offense this world. So
Let's see what they can do for you here, Cupcake.
I
Who do
hope
we
it-
got
I hope
out
it's some
there? We've
specky
got Lavis walking the disc up to the brick. Is
bit of jog now.
that Matt Dowell on this
Kenny
side?
with an undercut. Lavis gets him to the inside out break.
Ken Shepard with the disc.
Kenny back to Lavis. Lavis swinging across to Gus guy.
Gus sporting a sweet beard right now.
Foul on the
Calls
throw.
the foul.
And the Sweden player lays over the top of Matt Dow, sorry.
Yeah, that
but it's
is
a
Matt
foul on
Dowell.
the throw,
Foul, so back to
it
Gus.
didn't matter.
Fixing the taco and the disc there. Little handshake. Much respect out there between the two countries.
Pete Gardner sort of directing play on the field with a couple of disguised calls. Gus now looking at the dump. Tim up the line, maybe into a power position, looking for no one really.
Ooh, step in front defense from the Swedes.
Really needed an aggressive cut off that power
Gets it-
position.
oh,
for Tim
22
Lavis.
with the bobble. I think he was looking to stick that before he had it.
Yeah, he wanted to huck that flick of his. Hey,
21 now for the Swedes.
Sweden working it nicely. The Dingo's sideline, as I'm
Getting
sure you
loud
can
on
hear,
this
is getting
sideline.
getting
You'll
loud.
hear
Hey,
Paul Denya right in
I'd
our
be
ear here,
surprised if you
getting
can hear
loud.
this commentary. We can just have a nice chat.
There we go, number one
Looking
now
back
with
to
the
the center,
disc.
a nice swing pass. Glover beat it under there.
Got himself a bit of space for a
All
second.
the cuts are shut down. Looking for the dump now. Number one. A nice reset there from number one. Beating Kenny up.
This is the kind of ultimate the Swedes got to stick to now and stay patient, because as they've jacked it, they've really got. That's where they're getting their turnovers, and the more
that's it.
patient they are,
They need
the
to
better they look.
keep the disc in the hands of their strongest throwers, I was saying, and they look to do that, but they sort of pulled out of the cut.
That's it. As soon as
Ant Dow.
there's a
What
big
can he do
match up
here?
there, a couple big
Oh, he's
boys.
got
Ant
up.
Dowell reads it better.
He's a tall man, isn't he? And
He is.
Dingoes take that one, and it puts the score up to
11-5 now, Cuppers. Go the Dingoes. Here we go. Dingo set to pull. Joel Pillar's got his hand up.
probably looking for a repeat of that pull he had earlier. It's another big one inside out.
A cracking pull.
Sailing in with the wind.
Hanging up there a bit, getting deep in the end zone, and the
you
Dingoes are already down there before
Yeah,
it's cleared the
the
Swedish end
handler
zone.
markers are hustling down real quickly off the pulls, putting a lot of pressure on this Sweden offense.
23 with the disc on the far side. These Dingoes really
Number
barking
7
on this
streaking
island.
deep,
Now
the
we've got a
flick's put up
jack.
to him.
Number 7's there. Woodley on the chase. Woodley gets up.
Oh, that's a
Beauty
huge
Reed,
grab
he
there.
gets-
That is impressive.
Way up top. Oh my goodness. 6 for the Swedes. 11 for Australia. Dingo's O-line out, set to receive.
Back in the game.
Cupcake's just got himself sunscreened up here in this
Yep.
hot Japanese sun.
Slip, slop, slap.
That's the
Got to
way.
stay hydrated for this afternoon's game as well. Matt Dow with a nice pivot out to Tats there.
And just want to correct, it wasn't Woodley on the chase, it was Macca on the chase there. And the last one, Tex grabs one under a bit of contact. Working hard to get this throw out, a bit
Swedes
of a
look to be
poach up the
firing
line.
up a little bit here, don't they,
Yeah,
Stefan?
They are. They're not happy with the way they've started, and I think they've found a bit of fire to get to the middle of this game.
Yeah, they've
now.
stepped their defense up to the physical level of the Dingoes that they brought in the first half. And here's Seb with a sort of high release flick over to
nice
Pete Gardner on
OI.
the sideline.
We got a man down in the middle of the field there. Swede down. Number 21.
Be interesting to see what they look for here. Will they look to dump swing it or throw that inside out? Straight up the
I'd like
line?
the hammer to Tats straight away.
Hammer to Tats.
It's there.
With no ACL. That's
And
he's
he
pointed
just
for it. He's
He
pointed
has-
for it.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
he
saw
can
that.
hear us. It's like he can hear us.
Pete Gardner not throwing it.
Oh,
Throws-
Pete Gardner.
Throws the
There's got to be a
classic
foul on that.
trademark, inside out break backhand foul.
There's no way he would have thrown that on the grass with all the skills
I don't think
he's
Pete
got.
Gardner throws a backhand without calling a foul.
Call foul first, then release.
There's Tim Lavis.
Gets
Nice
it to
inside,
Dowell.
outside in.
Dowell to Tex. That happened all too
A
quickly.
little bit too easy near the end zone there.
Some,
they need to
some
nail it down a
scintillating
little bit.
passing by the Aussies there. 12 Australia, 6 for Sweden.
Here
we
comes Chile with the pull.
Chile and Joel Pillar have been pulling excellently this game.
Well, that one's a bit flat there by Chile, right as we speak of the good pulls.
Oh, speak too soon, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, and Shep steps
Is
up
this,
to
is
the
this a
mark.
bit of a zone maybe
It
here from
is.
Australia?
It's certainly not a straight
Maybe
man to
a
man.
clam transition, I'm not
Yeah,
sure. Looks a
Clam,
bit
and they have
different.
just transition there.
That's a very smooth transition.
Absolutely right there, Cupcake.
Very well drilled.
Tubby on the mark. Swedes move back to number 3 and get a swing across to 9.
Sweden tend to be hucking their flicks a lot more in this second half, and Australia seems to be giving them the flick as well.
Yep.
Maybe it's
Don't seem to
more of a
mind.
straight up or something like
jeez.
that.
That's about the third probably stone cold drop for Sweden.
And there's a
they
hammer from
can't afford
Holmes.
to do that
Holmes to
again.
AJ.
Oh,
AJ,
no,
oh,
and a step
jeez,
cold
it's that,
drop the other
it's that
way.
corner, isn't it? We saw one there from Tavia earlier on this half.
We did, and it was a couple drops in a row. They're very uncharacteristic for both teams.
I guess
but,
is it a pommy transition?
nah, it looks more like a clam.
Mark Evans very aggressive as a wing.
Yeah. And he's dropping now.
Looking to transition
but
on
he's
4,
got it all
I think.
covered.
Here they go. Owen with the big mark on. Broken.
Gets a backhand break over top. The Swede does.
Transitioned already. 3, 2-pass transition.
And the count seems to continue on the sideline, but it looks like they're in a man now, and they are.
Very stagnant here by
the Swedish handler is waving away with his left hand for his cuts to keep coming.
Seems to be no real stack here.
The
players seem to be stationary all over the field, and it's a huck.
bit
It's
of
another flick huck.
stagnancy.
Holmes under it. Number 7
for
had
Sweden. Tats gets behind, 87 in front, and the
that's
Swede still gets
another
up
great
and
grab
takes
by
it.
7 there.
He's had himself a good game. Put the
beauty.
beauty. Oh, what a grab by the
Oh, that's
Swedes.
massive, and Sweden running onto the field. It's a big
Swedes
celebration.
trying to get pretty pumped up. The spike may have warped the disc, but the Swedes pretty happy to get back in this 7-12. Still down 5, but making a bit of a scrap. Here we go, Swedes, hand up, ready to pull.
Australia offense, here we go again. Looking for
Talk
another
to us about
up-and-down.
this O-line out there, Cupcake. Who do we got?
We have, starting from the left, we've got Seb, Glover, Tex, Kenny, Tim Lavis, Tats, and Anthony Dow.
Excellent, and they're off.
They're very,
Kenny
very
Shepard.
experienced,
Oh,
looking to
wanted the
pump
big
fake that
one early.
flick there, Kenny. A lot of returners from the last Dingos campaign in 2008.
So they should have a good bit of cohesion at the core of this team.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for with setting up this team. A strong core and then a young, aggressive D-line.
And Dow goes
deep.
quick. Ooh, Tex wanted it, but wisely dumps back to Tats.
Very, very disciplined, I think.
Indeed.
I would have thrown that, that's for sure. If I was. Wow.
That doesn't surprise me for a second. Tats puts one up, a
Oh,
beauty in
that's
the
great,
corner
isn't
to Tex. That discipline pays off. The Aussies get a 13th goal to 7 from the Swedes. Looking good, Cupcake.
Trading it out here. Joel Pillar. Another inside-out pull from Joel.
And this D-line's been doing a heck of a job for the Dingos. They're back out there.
Big hustle there from Max Wheeler to get down on the first pass.
Swedes
And
look to jack it again, but
lefty
hold
backhand.
on. He's really faking some big shots
Very
there.
aggressive pivots, yeah, that's for sure. Oh, big bit by Maxi.
Up
the line cut.
away there.
Swede has beaten up the line. Here you go, another flick huck. 23 and 7. 7 has been streaking deep.
57.
The last
That
3
is
points.
Woodley.
Oh,
Gets
he's
in the
up.
middle. Oh, almost enough.
Chest
Accounts
mark
for a
bobbles
bobble.
it and catches the chest mark.
Swedes.
How about that?
Swedes get themselves the old snowman there. 8 for Sweden, 13 Australia. Pulls up.
Bit of a technical difficulty there.
But we're on before it's caught by the Dingo offense.
Centered the disc back to the sideline. It's a zone here by Sweden.
First zone we've seen out of them. Nice little scoop pass over the top
well,
by
this
Kenny
is an
Shepard.
interesting one, trying to decipher this.
Yeah, I guess
playing with
they're
one.
just looking for something to change it up. I don't think the zone's the answer against this Dingo O, but fair enough. They've got to look for some answers right now because they've not been able to provide any good ones for more than 1 point at a time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do against this Dingo line. They've shown they're very patient and they're willing to throw the little passes that sort of don't go anywhere, but the next pass sort of breaks apart the defense.
Will break your will with pace. Oh, a touch!
And he's got it.
A bobble.
That is a spectacular defense by 22 there.
Yeah,
Sweden.
excellent bid in the middle of that zone, and it seems the zone's paid off for the Swedes.
And he seems to be directing the play as a handler as well.
All right, number
maybe
one,
with
Jackson. We've got
little
15
bit of a
versus 10.
travel,
There's a call on it.
I might say. And there's a D anyway. It doesn't matter.
There was no call on it. Seemed like everything stopped there for a second.
Pete Gardner might have. Yeah, I'm not sure. Will they look to set up again? Travel on the play. There was a little call. What do you reckon of these gloves a lot of the Sweden players are wearing?
Well, you know, I'm a sweaty character myself there at cover, so I own a couple pairs of gloves. I play some Ultimate, and when the conditions get slippery, and I don't tend to mind them. They're certainly frowned upon, and I get my share of ridicule when I do wear them.
I could imagine that.
I don't mind, and you know, whatever works for them is should be inconsequential to everybody else. I don't think it's better for everybody, but it's a psyche thing, I reckon.
I'm definitely not the biggest fan. I think it might be borderline cheating.
Oh, really? Performance enhancing.
May I say? Yeah, I think.
Gus gets up.
Oh,
no
and
problem
there's
there
a
with
free
two
play,
hands.
and he's throwing a flick
Tex has
straight
got
up the line.
himself.
23.
Easy goal for Tex from Gus.
That's it. That's the one.
14-8, Australia. There we go. So we're back here after the timeout. Cupcake. We've got Boo Boo out there running through what's happening with the D-line. Who do we got out there, Cupcake? What can we expect from this D-line?
The youngest member of the Dingos, Mark Evans. Chile.
Chile's Newcastle player.
And Newcastle player, first-time Dingo as well.
Okay.
Relatively inexperienced compared to the rest of them. Very big puller, and he runs very hard. Got the old-timer John O'Hones. Down a few words. Mark, Tubby Taylor. Owen Shepherd, king of puns.
Okay.
Max Wheeler, the king of style.
All right.
But, Chris Conliffe, bit of a dark horse there.
Okay, let's call him the king of the rat tail.
King of the rat's tail. Chile, that's that customary really big inside-out pull that's floating down into the back right
boomer
corner.
of a pull.
It's a huge one. Max, nearly gets that bit on the first one. I think that's his second or third one. Calling for a switch. There you go, Max. Great defense. Evans
on his tail, but can't find a way through the body.
I believe the term for that one is backpacking.
I like that. I've not heard it.
As he's just jumped onto the back of his opponent.
Just about ready to mount.
He does have a little bit of problem leaving his feet, young Ice Dragon. Another flick huck. That looks to be a tubby catch.
No problem.
Swing to
Senator
John
O. Holmes. Hands are up. Discussions are had. Hammer return. That was a sick hammer return.
And it looks like the Australian caught that one.
So that must have been a foul on the throw.
Yeah, it was a bit of a very low, fluttery throw. Yeah, that's my water, Janie.
John Damiani, a Australian legend on the sideline, getting himself into some Korean Pokari
nice
sweat.
dump there. Number 7 seems to be running everything.
Sports
He's cutting deep. He is handling. He seems to be a bit
We got
unstoppable.
one up
High
here. We've
flick.
got a
Here we
jack.
go. Chili's underneath it.
It's going
It
out
seems
of
to be
bounds,
floating
I
out.
think.
They've both given up on it, and it's a turn for the Aussies there.
It's certainly the excitement lifts when you see those big shots going up in these
I
open games.
love
Cupcake,
big
you know?
shot going up, hey?
It's the excitement mounts. Everyone gets excited. Commentators, players on the sideline, players on the field. It's what everybody wants. There should be more jacking.
You say pull the trigger, I'll pull the trigger.
Well, you certainly did yesterday for us, Cupcake,
Not
when I
afraid,
asked for the
buddy.
hammer. It was maybe the first time.
Ice Dragon with a flick. That is a good
Puts it.
looking
Jono
throw.
Holmes is
Jono
there.
Holmes, 17
Jono
chasing
Holmes
it
is
down.
there. Comes
And
down, 2
boom.
hands.
Icy Dragon, not even a celebration. Cool, calm, collected.
Walks off like he does that every day. 15-8 for the Dingos. Here we go.
Dingos with the pull, maybe looking to close this one out here at 15-8.
We got Mark Evans on the sideline here after throwing a beautiful pass there.
How did you feel from that
Holmes.
flick huck, Mark?
I felt pretty good. Had the momentum on it, so I mean, it came out nice out of the hands.
And no celebration. What was that all about?
I mean, we've been playing a lot of credit card roulette with no celebration, so I'm just sort of used to it. You know, you got to contain the. I need to have the disc to kick or spike or like headbutt, like yourself.
So you're looking to score more goals in the future.
Yeah. Behind in front of the disc all the time.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks very much, Mark.
No worries.
Now,
Great work out there.
in the meantime, in that guest interview with Mark Evans, Ice Dragon, Sweden have got a turn on the Australian offense. No, it was Sweden offense. Sorry.
Yeah, and
That's my mistake.
And they're still moving right along with it. Number 6, look at that mark by
Woodley,
Woodley again.
massive
just trying
mark.
to fluster.
Spotty on the mark now.
Really getting his arms around. You could almost call it a wrap.
Well, that's a good dump cut by 6. Sort of looked off, and that's sort of a.
Gets it on the return.
little
Oh
pass,
no, the Swedes! That's about the 3rd time
Is
they've
it-
let one through.
Is it that corner that all the jobs are happening in?
Joel Pillar walks it up to the
Joel
line.
Pillar looking to dump. I thought he would look to huck that to Woodley.
Spotty up the line. Nice double cut there by him.
Joel has a really strong connection with Sweetaz on this team, fellow South Australian.
That's right. The Karma boys there. A few people in the air there.
Oh,
Second effort.
how did he bring that down?
Jimmy Todd Hill with great concentration after a lot of contact with the disc and
Jimmy
other
throws
players.
an inside
There's
out
our
backhand.
hammer. Sweet As gets under it. It's fading away though.
Oh, that's unnecessary. Woodley and Sweetaz both involved in one of the greatest plays I've ever seen to finish out a game against France.
I saw a bit of that on the interweb yesterday. An excellent greatest there in the end
That was
zone.
even uploaded before it happened, in my opinion.
It was immediate.
It was that prompt. I'm not sure who was responsible
with
for
that
but
kind of
kudos to them.
awesomeness, the internet might
A
upload
flick
it
huck.
on
Woodley's
its own.
chasing it down. Number
There's
7.
There's a
God,
Swede
he's
there.
quick.
7, great bid for
He's
the goal.
quick, isn't he?
9 for the Swedes, 15 for the Dingos. Beauty play there on the receiving end of the play.
Here we are, Dingo's O-line. Looking to pump one in nice and quickly. Sweden with the pull.
After a beauty grab again there by the Swedes.
Number 7 scoring more goals, I believe.
Yeah, he's
Must be a stat master.
he's been one of the
Another zone here.
one of the more dangerous Swedes out there today.
Looks like never seen this before.
Tats gets a beauty through to the other side to Gardner.
Oh, and it's a bid there by Sweden player.
Gus
off the
moves
wing.
it on right away.
Glover back to Matt Dow. Matt Dow to
again.
Matt Dow.
Dow to Dow to Dow to Dow.
Dow to Dow.
And the Aussies go up 1 away from ending this game now, 16-9
Game point.
today.
Sweden just taking the line now. A bit late, maybe. Dingos don't seem to be too worried. A little bit of an extra breather.
Bit of a breath out there. They're sorting out the D-line. I don't think they're going to use all 10 of those guys out there right now.
Yeah, that would be illegal.
There might be some violation.
Well, we could try and see if
But it looks like the 7 immediately on the line. We've got Pillar, Tubbs, Max. Is that Tats next to Max?
Chris
Yeah,
Cunliffe.
that is Cunliffe.
Then Mark Evans.
Mark Evans.
Jimmy Todd Hill. Chili. Owen going off the field on the right-hand side.
That's our 7.
That's the 7.
Potentially the 7 to win the game.
To win the game. Well, I can't see the game going for any more than 2 points. Another. The best. There you go.
Looking ultimate player. in the
Max
world.
Wheeler, best
27.
multiplayer in
Going
the world.
quickly down on the chase. Oh, disc is out in front. Well picked up
grab
by
there
number 9.
Oh, it's taken a while to get up there. Still would have been on 5.
17 with the disc.
Swinging
Centers
a
it to 6.
There's a call
All
on
on
the
the
play.
play.
Pick, maybe.
Cunliffe with his hand up.
Foul. Foul called by
Yeah,
Cunliffe.
bit of contact.
The man with the rat's tail.
It's a beautiful rat tail. We've seen it come and go before, but I've seen it on the flanked on one of the sides of his head before, and now this time it's a dead center rat tail. Hopefully that's a for aerodynamics.
Very smart. Here comes big cut there by 20.
Yeah, I thought the disc was going to follow as well.
Yep. You know me, I
and a
would've
throw
thrown
right
it,
there.
and that's poor communication there, sort of the inside out.
So the
Kinda
Dingos
sack
now
region.
in possession, chance to win the game. Let's see if they will stay patient or get those
Joe
end
Pilla
zone
doesn't seem to
nines.
have anything here.
Oh,
Great
beauty
throw,
though.
Very
Beauty
wide pivot.
floater.
Chili coming back. Chili looking a bit flustered. Throws a break. Nice break there.
And
Max with a swing. Joel.
Oh, Jimmy Todd Hill called for it, but Joel wisely, I suspect, held off, and then puts one out to Max Wheeler.
There's been an increase in that direct face marking style. I've noticed, especially at Wells this year. It's quite common
On the coverage.
Yeah. The direct dump coverage with the mark just facing directly to you.
Reading the eyes rather than the hips.
And then the thrower just has to throw it out into space.
And here we are back in play, Jimmy Todd Hill.
Max working for it now. Max getting it off the
gets
line.
dump.
Oh, travel
called back.
And I think
to Jimmy Todd
there's
Hill.
a foul and a travel all on the same play.
Trowel.
A favel.
Maybe one of the two of those things. Jimmy Todd.
Towel.
A towel. There we are. Get me a towel. I'm getting sweaty in this Japanese sun.
It is sweaty. What would you say it is? About 30 degrees out here?
I'd have to estimate about that.
Oh, and it's game
almost
over.
a contact.
Maxi.
Max Wheeler gets the
Maxi a
disc.
bit anticlimactically compared to their last game, catches an up-the-line dump pass.
Yeah, but they all count for the same. The Aussies with 17, the Dingos that is, and the Swedes with 9. Thank you very much, Cupcake, for
Thank you,
your
Stefan.
time in the press box.
No worries, anytime.
Good luck with the rest of your day and campaign, and we'll see you on ULTI.TV
See you
very
later
soon.
today.
Cheers.
All the rest. I'll get to it all the rest. I'll pump one in. Here, boy. Let's do it. Cheers, buddy. Stick for you. See you guys. End game. Well, see you guys. 2 fields away.